Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk some more Lakers basketball, and make sure if you're not subscribed to the channel, you hit that subscribe button. So it's been a couple weeks since I did my last Laker video on Magic Johnson resigning as president of the Lakers, and since then it's been non-stop drama with the Lakers as usual. Most of it just complete nonsense coming out of the Lakers front office. So I'm going to get to Jeannie Buss and how she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. I'm going to get to Kurt and Linda Rambis somehow calling the shots for the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm going to talk about Rob Pelinka, and I'm also going to tell you what I think about the coaching hires of Frank Vogel and Jason Kidd. But first, let's dive right into this crazy NBA draft lottery last night. Complete chaos throughout, but the Lakers came out one of the big winners last night, landing the number 4 pick in the NBA draft. The Lakers went into the night with the 11th best odds to get the number 1 pick, and they shoot all the way up to that number 4 spot. So a huge win for the Lakers last night. Finally, a glimmer of hope for the Laker organization. Let's just hope that the Lakers front office doesn't screw this up. So let's go over the top 10. The Pelicans land the number 1 pick, which is going to be Zion Williamson. So the Pelicans, you can say, are the big winners from last night. The problem is Anthony Davis says he still wants out, and a developing story today is Zion Williamson has still not signed with an agent. So hypothetically, if Zion does not want to play for the Pelicans, he could go back to Duke for a second year and re-enter the draft next year. Now, I don't think he's going to do that. That'd be passing up a lot of money. There's always the risk of injury and all that. So I think Zion's going to stay with the Pelicans, but that's a developing story to keep your eye on over the next couple days if Zion still does not sign with an agent. The number 2 pick goes to the Memphis Grizzlies. They moved up 8 spots to get that number 2 pick. The number 3 pick goes to the New York Knicks. Now, everybody's saying the Knicks were the big losers last night. I don't understand why. They had the best odds to get the number 1 pick, but they were tied with 2 other teams, the Cavs and the Suns. All 3 of them only had a 14% chance to get the number 1 pick, but everybody was just convinced that the Knicks were going to get the number 1 pick last night. I guess people thought the NBA should just rig it for the Knicks. Either way, the Knicks still got into the top 3. They're going to get one of those top 3 players in Zion, RJ Barrett, or Ja Morant. So really not all that bad of a night for the Knicks. Plus, everybody's saying it's a done deal that Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are going to the Knicks in free agency. So Knicks fans, calm down, it's going to be all right. From what everyone's saying, you're going to get Kyrie and Kevin Durant. So at number 4, the Lakers. Like I said before, a huge surprise for the Lakers to move up into that top 4. Going into the night, I was just happy getting in the top 10, but number 4, I will definitely take it. At number 5, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. At number 6, we got the Phoenix Suns. So like I said, these are the 2 teams that were tied with the Knicks for the best odds to get that number 1 pick, and they fall to 5 and 6. So those 2 are the biggest losers by far. I don't understand why everybody's saying the Knicks are the biggest losers. Clearly, the Cavs and the Suns, who fall to 5 and 6, are the biggest losers from last night. At number 7, we got the Chicago Bulls. Number 8, the Atlanta Hawks. Number 9, Washington Wizards. And number 10, the Atlanta Hawks again. So the Atlanta Hawks already have a good young team with Trae Young, a couple other good young players, and now they got 2 top 10 picks, so that's a team to keep your eye on going into the NBA draft. If they hit on these 2 top 10 picks, the Atlanta Hawks are going to be a really good young-looking team next year. So really good for the Hawks. They get their 2nd pick from the Dallas Mavericks. So that's the top 10. Obviously, as a Laker fan, the biggest news is the Lakers got that top 4 pick. Not only is it huge, now you get a better player if you keep the pick, but now that number 4 pick becomes a much better, more appealing draft asset if you were to trade it for Anthony Davis. But of course, reports come out today, the Pelicans still have no interest in trading AD to the Lakers. They're just being petty. Dell Demps got fired for this. David Griffin's now doing the same thing. Colin Cowherd's saying the Knicks have a better trade package for the Lakers. That is just flat out ridiculous. You're telling me Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson, and the 3rd pick is better than Lonzo, Ingram, Kuzma, and the 4th pick, or any variation you want to make up of those players. The Lakers' young players are more established than the Knicks' the players. Point blank period. The only reason I would say the Knicks could have a better offer is because Zion played with RJ Barrett. If the Knicks draft RJ Barrett at 3 and the Pelicans want to do Zion a solid, assuming that he stays, maybe the Pelicans take a trade with the Knicks to get RJ Barrett just to get Zion, one of his teammates, to keep Zion happy. That's the only way the Knicks make a better trade offer to the Pelicans than the Lakers. So let's dive right into some of the players I think the Lakers should be targeting at number 4, assuming they keep the pick. My first one is Bol Bol. Now, this is kind of an unexpected one. I think they got him projected going like 8th or 9th right now. But if you go watch the tape on Bol Bol, this kid, if he puts it all together, could be the best player in this draft, if not the second best player in this draft. He only played 9 games in 2019. He is 7'2". He weighed in at 210 pounds today. He's a center from Oregon. He's a freshman. He averaged 21 points in the 9 games he played, 9.6 rebounds, 56% from the field, 75% from the free throw line, and 52% from 3. Like I said, if you have not watched any highlights on him, go watch him now. The dude has legit handles. He can shoot the 3 from long range. He almost reminds you of Kevin Durant. He's just 7'2". Now, I don't trust guys that are over 7'1". Once you get into that Porzingis range, 7'2", 7'3", 7'4", I just don't trust a guy's body. But if they get him in here and he has a good workout and he looks legit, the Lakers could shock everybody and take Bol at number 4. We got Jarrett Culver from Texas Tech, sophomore. He's 6'5", 195. He's a shooting guard. We know the Lakers don't have a true shooting guard. They got Josh Hart, but let's be honest, at this point, he's just a role player. Culver really rose up the draft boards by leading his team to the national championship. He was just an absolute beast in the March Madness. For the season, he averaged 18.5 points, 6.4 rebounds, 3.7 assists, shot just 46% from the field, 30% from 3, and 70% from the free throw line. So this is the problem with Culver. I really like Culver, but those shooting percentages, just not a good fit with the Lakers. They already have guys that are not good three-point shooters or free throw shooters. I don't like those shooting percentages, but then again, he would be a perfect shooting guard to put in the Lakers lineup. I just can't get over those shooting percentages, but the kid's got a lot of upside. He's a fantastic player, great defender. He's great at getting to the rim. He's a great athlete, so I like Culver, but I think there's a couple guys that I would take over him at number 4. Now, the next guy I have, Darius Garland. This is the most likely pick for the Lakers at number 4. Everybody is giving this kid raving reviews. He's a freshman from Vanderbilt, just 6'2", 175 pounds, so he's a little bit smaller. He's a point guard, but he's not really a point guard. He only averages 2.5 assists a game. He's really a shooting guard, just 6'2", but he's drawing comparisons to Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, and guys like this. So this kid can flat out score the rock. Big-time three-point shooter, good free throw shooter. Overall, 53.7% from the field. So this kid is legit. The only problem is he only played 5 games this year and then had a season-ending injury. Now they say he's 100% now. So Darius Garland from Vanderbilt, he is the guy, if the Lakers keep the pick, they are most likely to draft at number 4. The next guy out of Virginia, DeAndre Hunter. He's a sophomore, 6'7", small forward. I like this kid from Virginia. He averaged 15.2 points, 5.1 rebounds, 2 assists, 52% overall from the field, 43% from 3, and 75% from the free throw line. So his shooting percentages are very nice. The only problem is he's a small forward. We already have Kuzma, Ingram, and LeBron, who all play the small forward at times. So DeAndre Hunter, if the Lakers were to draft him, he'd probably be a backup this year and a player that we start in the future. And I think the Lakers need a guy that can contribute right now if they keep that number 4 pick. So that's why I think they will not take DeAndre Hunter, but I really like this kid, and someone's going to get a steal in DeAndre Hunter. The next one is Cam Reddish. Now, a lot of people are high on him. He's a freshman from Duke, 6'8", 218 pounds, small forward / power forward. This kid really should be a lot better than he is. He's got all the talent you want in a player. He could be a top 3 player if he was just more consistent. At times, he looks like a star player, and at times, he looks like an absolute scrub. Very inconsistent this year as a freshman for Duke. 13.5 points a game, 3.7 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and just very poor shooting percentages. 35% overall from the field, 33% from 3, and 77% from the free throw line. So not bad from the free throw line, but 35% from the field is just atrocious. Like I said, the kid's got all the talent, but he just can't put it together, and I think he's too much of a project for the Lakers to take right now, as they're a team that's hopefully going to try and contend next year. So my last guy, really an outside chance the Lakers take him at 4, but I like Kobe White from North Carolina, a freshman, 6'5", 185. He's a point guard, but I'm going to call him / shooting guard because he is 6'5". Doesn't quite look 6'5" on the court, but he's a lot taller than people think. As a freshman with North Carolina, he scored 16.1 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, 4.1 assists, 42% overall from the field, 35% from three, and 80% from the free throw line. Now, I know his three-point percentage, 35%, doesn't look great, but this kid can really shoot the ball. I liked what he did at North Carolina this year, but I don't think the Lakers are going to give him real consideration at number 4. But there is a chance, again, if Kobe White comes in, gives the Lakers a good workout, he's going to be a very good player. He reminds me of Kemba Walker, but a little bit taller at 6'5". So Kobe White would be the last guy to keep an eye on for the Lakers at number 4. I think that's the full list. The Lakers would take it 4. If you have another guy that you think the Lakers will be looking at 4, definitely let me know in the comments. But those are the guys that I see the Lakers going after. Again, Bull, Jarrett Culver, Darius Garland, DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Kobe White. The most likely guy is Darius Garland from Vanderbilt. I think he's going to be the pick for the Lakers at number 4 if the Lakers keep the pick. So let's shift gears and talk about the most important thing for the Lakers heading into the offseason, the number one thing they need to get nailed down if the Lakers want to turn around this organization, and that, of course, is the front office. The Lakers front office is the laughingstock of the NBA right now. It's the ongoing joke, just how poorly the Lakers are run, and that's all on Jeanie Buss. The biggest problem is we don't know who's calling the shots. Is it Jeanie? Is it Linda and Kurt freaking Rambis? Is it Phil Jackson from behind the scenes? Is it Rob Pelinka? We don't know. They don't know. There's no clarity. Nobody agrees on anything. Some wanted Ty Lue. Linda Rambis and Kurt Rambis said no on Ty Lue. And let me just say this. Ty Lue was the most qualified coach for this job. He's an NBA champion. He's been to 3 NBA finals. He coached LeBron. He's cool with LeBron. He's got a great win percentage in the regular season, in the playoffs. And if people want to say, oh, well, he had LeBron, well, are we just going to discredit any coach that had great players? Are we going to discredit Phil Jackson? Are we going to discredit Eric Spoelstra? Are we going to discredit Steve Kerr? No, nobody does. So I'm not discrediting Ty Lue. He's an NBA champion coach, bottom line. But Linda and Kurt Rambis did not want him. They didn't want LeBron to have all the power. So they settled on Frank Vogel. And let me say this. Everybody's hating on Frank Vogel. I'm saying give Frank Vogel a chance. I wanted Ty Lue, but I'm willing to give Frank Vogel a chance. I think he's a grinder. I think he's a hard worker. I think he's going to do good with the Lakers, but the problem is for Frank Vogel is it's just a matter of time until Jason Kidd is the head coach. You know the Lakers are molding J. Kidd to be the head coach. They just couldn't sign him as the head coach because of his checkered background of domestic violence and his DUI and all that. So it's just a matter of time, but I think Frank Vogel is going to do a good job in his time with the Lakers, and I like J. Kidd as an assistant for nothing more than to mentor Lonzo Ball. If he can do a good job with Lonzo Ball, then hiring Jason Kidd was worth it on that alone. But at the end of the day, any great company, any great business, any great team, it starts at the top. And the reason the Lakers have been so bad for the last couple of years, the last 6 years, it's not because of this player or that player or this coach or this coach. It's the front office. It was Jim Buss. It was Mitch Kupchak. Now it's Jeanie Buss and whoever the hell else you want to say. And until the Lakers get this shit cleaned up, until they get people in here that really know basketball and have built successful rosters before, the Lakers are going to continue to be a non-playoff team and be more and more irrelevant as the years go by. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Tell me what you guys think in the comments of the Lakers front office situation. Let me know who you guys think the Lakers should draft at number 4. Should they trade the pick for Anthony Davis, which we know the Pelicans are not going to do because they're petty. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you guys think on everything Laker related. I thank anyone who watched this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will check y'all later, and go Lakers.